Hello bros, I'm Michael Tesfax here, BroFive production, and next part, the Dragon Age Inquisition. So one right here. So we're gonna repair that bridge, but before we do that, I think we can sentence some prisoners to die. Or to the federal heritage. Come on, it's my active quest. Should not take any time to load. It should not take that long time to load. Yeah, it's broken. Let's go to the war room and repair some stuff then. Gain 1 combat ability point for the Inquisition only. Okay?
The order was sent?
This morning.
Detailed studies show how to get the maximum use by haulage from each plant. Training and spotting where the pattern breaks in nature or in civilization. Grants significant increase to discovering races search action. Grants an additional 50% XP for each full study, including those already completed, applied with recovery. Okay. Let's see. Judge Memorial right. Yeah. Yeah. Right there. Let's see. Scalping him, missing right.
Did you see the message I sent? Yes, thank you.
Gather leather, gather cloth, deal Lord Basil around, assign Michael to the Shivin, the golden opportunity. The battalion for Sarah and Versh. Right? Okay.
All right.
I have no idea. Into lab resources, conspire the Inquisition, build watchtowers.
Let us begin.
Reclaiming the Major Rebellion, look at weapon of Taylor Braddock, investigate Frostback Base and gather coin, do a request, a memorial for Haven, specialization, power of prize, to serve an enemy, expose double agent, gather herbs, safeguard for agents and quest with resources, shadow of Denerim, the Terran of High Ever. Takes 3 hours. Why not?
Inquisitor.
Let's see. In Hushed Whispers. Completed. In Your Heart Shall Burn. Nice. Address the chanting Valroy. Completed connection. Wicked Eye. And Wicked Heart. An assassin is stalking the Empress Celine's death. Select. I want to...
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march troops to the palace.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside, but it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word, we'll begin.
Confirm, I think. And now, Seeker of Truth, Vivian, and, well, and now the elf won't cause much suspicion. Their support by Josephine has been faced numerous times in different hands. On Sarah, Jenny, and Lucia, the Paris von Knuckle fronts. What? It falls to me to comment this Jennifer as a creature of the court. I must have seen the effect on her actions, although I cannot be certain. Does that make them effective or ineffective? What I know is nothing. Come on now. Let's say the Empress that I do not believe in for 5 cents.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. Bringing the rebel mages into the ranks of your army was a brilliant move. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Which Emperor is that?
And which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
The handsome, charming one, of course, my lady. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I'm not here for a party.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, Gaspard. Finding him is my priority.
Are you serious? That is a grave allegation, my friend. A foreign power meddling now, of all times? I have no doubt this Tevinter is hiding within the ranks of the Elven delegation. They're up to something. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage! Oh, Maker forbid!
This is Gaspard.
Relation ability looks down on elves. The court watches you with a crypto eye. Who cares?
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
You're not going to find it standing here.
You just lost court approval, which is usually the result of being too direct and blunting your actions.
How rude! Can you not spare a moment?
What? Okay. Let's try that again then. I I took the answer that seems most correct. Why do I...
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know. Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Just getting court approval, which is usually the result of fineness, entertaining people, or keeping up appearance. The higher court approval is the better.
Is this the ring you are looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
I can hardly believe Gaspard and Celine are in the same.
Grand Duchess Florian must have worked a miracle to get them here. We can only hope Celine prevails
That's
tonight. Gaspard will ruin
Quiet.
us all.
Statues? Quiet? What? Underwriter. There is more Hala statues. Really? So I need to find the statue of Valhalla.
Maker, I hope not.
Foreigners!
And a safe spot to eavesdrop on the nobles' conversation.
Interesting.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
Huh. We have something to do. I mean, I want to get 100 of the court approval. And they look down on elves, so I think I not exactly can get 100, but I'm gonna do the best I can.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always sharing their duties.
If I have more Hella statues.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Into the shopper. Access the eastern store soon. I'm on my way.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing? that Delance is here?
Maker, I hope
Doesn't seem to be anything more.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like wicked grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer staring down Corypheus.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Especially Sarah. Maybe tell her twice.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste watch over us all.
Black Emporium. Don't want to read that. Temple of Sacred Ashes rediscovered. According to legend, the sacred ashes of Andraste were carried out of the Imperium by Habard, disciple of Our Lady, wounded by Trinity soldiers when he tried to stop Andraste's capture. Habard was too late in coming to Minturn to stop the execution. All he found was her ashes, left out in the elements. As soon as Habard touched them, Andraste appeared in a vision. Rise, she said, ages the fate, the Maker shall never forget you. Something, something, something.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A Dalish? No, that cannot be.
Need to have this jacket let out a little.
How can they call this a vestibule?
Interesting. Waste of time.
If nothing else, the Inquisition back. I wish there was more news coming from the Concrete. You know how fights.
Good news.
I heard
is
Celine
becoming
was
an
having the
increasingly
entire
rare
wing
commodity.
redecorated. But the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all.
Interesting. Good to know.
Scanner's secret gathered. But it is Scanner's secret to Valiana. Read Placard. Then Library help.
But the king wants trade with you.
What from the other side? What from the other side? Let's see if we can find something else on the other side.
Is there any progress on the Helmi expedition to Amber?
House days remain steadfast. All attempts to get into the time.
We can roll a wing key.
Gaspar never struck me as pious. You must think he gains military.
I heard the Rennick invited the Inquisition here.
Connors ready to report in. So dead for it.
Good to know.
Nothing more. Alright, no.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9th...
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
That's not gonna be wrong.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything? Inquisitor?
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Those stories are little more than wistful thinking, my lady.
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of
The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Tafel Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bits.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with other
I had hoped to tour the royal wing gardens again.
Beats his squire.
I have heard they are
He's
the
a sheep.
finest in the Empire.
As a bastard.
Such a
Extra
pity the
toes.
wing is sealed.
What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Think I can get you to dance with me later?
Me on their precious tiles? That's a good one. Besides, I don't. That's not me, yeah? Couldn't be me.
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
Operation something. Okay, reading the numbers.
The band is still waiting for their refreshments.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend, are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Anything happening I should know?
Strange that I haven't seen much of Grand Duchess Florian. One could always find her clinging desperately to the Empress's skirts before.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor. Smile, Commander.
Please, Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not yet. It would be easier if people would stop talking to me. Other people. Not you.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know. They won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
Is that her?
The only one
Are you happy to see her talk?
Let's get approval.
The Dowager is upset about the soup.
Another time, perhaps?
Well, let's follow the death market then.
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess is asking too many. I can't get in.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
Well, we actually have met that mage before too.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Wait. What do we have here?
Leave us.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
We have a lot of things
The band
to
is
do.
still waiting for their
Hey, more
refreshments.
Easter.
Just gossip.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, that's useful.
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one else gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
Blood here.
Does anyone really think
Did
the
you
whole
hear
thing-
what Gaspard said to Duke Germain?
The Empress does.
His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that verdict in the Shivo?
Well, well. What's this?
Palamazin is confused. Huh.
Did I see you talking to Duke Cyril? This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the hall. The way looks at you.
That's suspicious.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
This is a private conversation.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
It's gonna take several episodes, I think, to finish completely. Like I would climb that. And badly, I think. There's Bob here. It's one of the off-limit space of the path can yield reward, but take care not to go too long. When you are absent from the party, people notice and your court approval was wrong. Huh. I cannot do much about the approval dropping. They're on third. Red. This one. I guess this one? Nope. What do we have here? Oh, how convenient.
Where has that servant gone? Elves. Always shocking their duties.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing
Get
he does
these
could win
pastries
over the
out to
Council
the
of
diplomats.
The Dutch says ask
Consider
two
that.
minutes.
Well, that's useful.
I don't like this trend. Nobody should own as many hunting dogs as he does.
Where's the upper guest rooms then? That's Cassandra.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support the Civil War?
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
Another time, perhaps?
Did you just grab my...
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers, trimmed with pearls and emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps.
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the Great Game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Have you seen anything interesting?
Oh yes. Halam Shiral is lousy with scandals and scheming. But no sign of a Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
What we need most of all is a stable Orlais. Either Celine or Gaspard can give us that.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
So I think we're gonna save here, considering that we don't have more right now to investigate. We have run out of time, so at least that was what I have for Dragon Age Inquisition. This time that's it. Like, subscribe, and see you next time. BroFive!